Hi, I'm Maddie Ostler. I'm a commercial photographer, and here are some of my work. Whenever I say I am a professional photographer, I think a lot of people are like, sure you are. And then I have to say, no, really, I am. Here's some of my work. And so that's why I wanted to start at the top. I wanted to show you guys some of what I do and what my skill set are. I specialize in 3 different areas within commercial photography. I do product photography, which means I shoot product either like on flat lays or in different settings, white backgrounds, tan backgrounds. And then I do lifestyle photography, which is exactly what it sounds like. I have models that wear the products, usually clothing, and we go out and we shoot. And then I do studio work, which is where I am right now. I'm in my studio, which is usually a white background. Sometimes we use color backgrounds like the one I'm on right now. And so those are the 3 areas I specialize in. I first got into commercial photography actually right out of high school. I remember, honestly, my senior pictures were kind of how I got into photography, when I got into photography, and why I got into photography. I remember the first time I had a picture taken, a professional picture taken, which sadly was my senior pictures. And I remember getting the pictures back and feeling so beautiful and being like, wait, I love that feeling. I want to give that feeling to other people. I want to be the reason why other people feel beautiful about themselves. And so I started taking friends' pictures, family's pictures. I'm gonna input one of my first photos I ever took. I still cringe at these photos, but luckily I've progressed quite a ways. And I just started shooting everything and anything I could. And then once I felt a little confident in my skills, about 3 years after I started shooting weddings. And I was a professional wedding photographer for about 3 years. And I loved weddings, but it wasn't what I was passionate about. I was kind of trying to find my place in the photography community. And that's when I had a friend ask me if I'd be willing to shoot a new clothing line she was coming out with. And I had never shot commercial before. I didn't know what it was even about. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll shoot it. And I remember that first shoot. I will never forget it. And I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I've been shooting commercial photography ever since. So this is my 7th year of being a professional photographer. I love it. It is my passion, and it is what keeps me driven. It doesn't feel like a job a lot of the times. It feels like I get to have fun at work, which they say if you have fun at work, you're never working a day in your life. So I guess I found the solution to that. How I got into photography, I actually, or I should say, what education I have for photography. I actually have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree, and it's in healthcare administration. So nothing in photography. I didn't even actually take any photography classes while I'm in college. I wish if I could go back now, I would have. But I was completely self-taught. I learned off of YouTube, workshops, trial and error. But I'm completely self-taught, completely self-made, which I think is a huge lesson, because although I wish that I would have taken classes in college, I think it really shows that no matter what you decide to do, because we all know deciding what we want to do with our lives is really scary. No matter what you decide, no one can ever tell you that you can't go down a certain path because of your education, especially when it comes to creative fields. And I now have a thriving business that supports me, and it is something that I love to do. So what is my advice for you guys thinking about getting into photography? The first thing is grab a camera and start shooting. I started out on my dad's, I think it was like a Canon Rebel, which was really like a starter camera at the time. Grab a camera, invest in something, save up some money, and get a nice lens. You can really shoot with any camera body as long as you have a nice lens. Get a nice lens. Go on YouTube, look up some styles that you like, see how they shoot. Reach out to a photographer you might like and ask them if they have any workshops coming up, if they do any mentoring, if they have any advice, anything like that. And then my number one tip is just start shooting. Just start doing it. Get behind that camera. Put your siblings and your parents and your friends in front of it and just start shooting, because the way you are going to learn is by having that experience. So if you have any questions or are interested in photography, whether it be portrait, commercial, wedding, family, babies, whatever, always feel free to reach out to me. My Instagram, and we'll put it on this video, is MaddieMorrisPhoto.com is my website, or on Instagram is Maddie Morris Photo, and I would be happy to answer any questions you have.